Hello, welcome back to Leeds United. We're here at the first game of the season. Transfers have been done, but not a great deal, many of them. We'll just start there then. One outbound for a kind of cut price 2.4 million, although he's not worth much more there at Betis, is Diego Llorente, somewhat facilitated by an arrival. That's it. He was a competent player, but slightly lacking physically, I would say. Inbound sees 3 arrivals. Again, a cut price deal for good old faithful Gagliardini. Once again, cheap, 3.5 million, valued in the teens already, of course. But we've had him before. I think we've had him in every single beta save. Model professional. Hope that rubs off on the squad. A decent Premier League player. Another strength and depth position in midfield. Does kind of allow us to maybe move a midfielder on if necessary. It's not happened yet. And to solve our left-back crisis, I have turned to, once again, old faithful Marvin Plattenhardt. It's a slightly more expensive deal than I'm used to because I didn't get him when he's already listed, but £3 million for Marvin Plattenhardt, who will take every single set piece known to mankind for the near future. And if he gets anywhere near the 30-plus assists he got for me at Hanover, then I'm a happy man. Ignore the fact he's a leading Sky Bet Championship player. He's phenomenal. And joining him is fellow Hanover player, Josip Satalo. Again, kind of old faithful, returning to another player that I know does tend to do quite well. A little bit more expensive deal, although his value is immense immediately off the bat. £20 million up front. There's slightly more if he plays games, of course. Although not drastically more, I should say. But again, jumping reach 16, tackling 16. Tackling attribute might actually be worth something this year, so that's good to know. Again, big game player, consistent, looking for those 2 key pros really as well in this particular save. 6'3", a lot of good qualities for Satalo. In fact, actually our best. I've just realised. Sorry, just interrupted myself there. Strike and Satalo. They were my centre-back pairing by the end of the Hanover save. Didn't mean to do that, but funny how things work out. Anyway, season preview-wise, that moves us to nowhere. Actually, we're still 17th predicted. In fact, I don't really think anyone's changed rating at all, really. That being a few big deals, Manchester City are just hoarding fullbacks at this point in time. I thought they'd signed another one, but I guess they signed Castagna because they couldn't sign someone else. They also signed Benacer, which annoys me because, of course, further down the line, he might have been a decent acquisition for us if he'd been transfer listed. I should just mention Bournemouth because at the start of the game they don't have a manager. Here, they've acquired Chris Wilder. Also, they're under a potential board takeover. Good luck. Pre-season was a fantastically mixed bag for us. Didn't do particularly well against Frankfurt or Bayer Leverkusen, although it was a fairly even game against Leverkusen. Then smashed Borussia Dortmund 5-2. Because why wouldn't you? We opened the season with Nottingham Forest. The fixture list isn't the real fixture list as far as I'm concerned. Like 90% sure it's not the correct fixture list. So it's going to be a slightly different arrangement of things. And we certainly were not the Friday night kickoff. Forest played on the Sunday in the original week 1. So that's for certain. I'm pretty certain Liverpool will play Fulham as well the first weekend. So almost certain it's not the correct fixture list. Newcastle definitely didn't play Chelsea to open with either. But we kick off the Premier League. So that's kind of nice. And going for the game, we'll go for Meslier in goal. Plattenhardt at left back as our only functioning left back as things stand. Firpo's injury, still red, still 2 to 7 weeks. So by the end of the transfer window, he might be all right. Liam Cooper and Ayling aren't too far off themselves. Dallas is obviously still half a year away. But Strike and Satalo in centre-back, reuniting them from a different universe. Christensen at right-back as our best right-back. Rocker behind Gagliardini and Harrison. I think Tyler Adams might be a bit unfortunate here. Sinistera alongside Harrison. I say alongside, on the opposite side to Harrison in the inverted forward, inside forward. I always do that, don't know why. Bamford up front. He did want me to play Rodrigo up front. His $100,000 a week probably needs justifying somehow. But unfortunately, this isn't the game to do it in, apparently. But, as noted, Forest, kind of rival, in terms, specifically in Premier League, in terms of fairly adjacent teams for Leeds. It's Yorkshire versus Midlands. And most importantly, it's 2 teams I'm happy to see in the Premier League. The pair of them, they should be there. They are there currently. Also, I should just say, I have upgraded the graphics. Pictures are there. Logos are there. I am using the Work the Space TCS skin. Just look on his Twitter, it's there. If I can find the link, I'll put it in the description if I remember to do so. In case you're wondering why there's an instant result button there. That's what reminded me, at least, to say that. I should also say at this stage, this is, if I switch over to number 2, you'll see the process. This is the extra formation, the 3 up front, but using a normal formation of 4-3-2-1. Fuel it. So there's only one change in terms of the instructions in that sense, and that's Melia's not aiming at Bamford because he's not 6'8" like Carlos Eduardo was for Exeter. So, yeah, he's now aiming for the fullbacks to take the ball and run with it. but every single position is exactly the same. Every single role is the same. Oh, that's slightly different. Okay, so that's marginal improvements in the aesthetics here. There's kind of a little tab, I guess, with the logos on. Oh, I forgot Renan Loddy's there. And the one thing, of course, about in-game Nottingham Forest is Steve Cooper is slightly less resistant to use new players, it seems. Willy Bolly, Niakate, or in there, Nico Williams, Freuler, Lewis O'Brien, Loddy, Brennan Johnson, though. I'd say that. Most of them are still on the bench. Dennis Awoniyi, Aurier. Although he has benched Scott McKenna, at least. Hello, Scott. Nice to see you again, by the way. I had him at Exeter as well. A lot of familiar faces running through the early stages of this save. Of course, the team haven't been with me long enough, really, for me telling them I've got faith in them to make much difference. But there's our lineup 4-3-2-1. No matter what the game says, it's 4-3-2-1. And Nottingham Forest lineup, what appears to be 7-2-1. Guess he'll go down as 3-4-2-1 officially. But under lights at 8 PM at Ellen Road. Not a bad way to kick things off against a local-ish rival. I think that's my camera angle from last year, or standard camera angle. That was just the kickoff highlight that I hadn't removed because I hadn't switched the highlights over. Plattenhardt on a corner. Where have I seen this before? Aronson sort of heads the ball, but it's fallen back to Sotalo. Both centre-backs have run back now. It's gone as far as Freuler. Striker will get under that. Back out to Plattenhardt. Forward to Sinistera. That could be a lethal combination. And, it's a good block from the goalkeeper. Rocker. Sinistera. Not Sinistera. Oh, my God. What a lovely double statement. What lovely animations, actually, goalkeeper-wise there. That is something they have highlighted, I believe, is the goalkeeper animations and ability. Oh, has Bamford been injured? There's a novelty. Plattenhardt on another corner. Strikes under it. Brennan Johnson acrobatically clears it. I might need to take Bamford off. He seems to have recovered enough. Plattenhardt on the free kick. Goes for it. Good save. I mean, I've seen 4 highlights so far. Actually, I think it's 3 highlights, and they've all begun with Plattenhardt. Technically, this is 4 out of 4. Puts the ball in. Sotalo's there. Not quite. I mean, Plattenhardt has... Actually, I just realised this is now 3 of my 4. I don't know if Plattenhardt and Strike played alongside each other at Hanover. Plattenhardt and Sotalo definitely did. And that's the crossbar. Getting closer. Is every highlight a corner? Great save. We've had 5 highlights, and it's been 4 corners and a free kick. Has kind of held them up now. Worrell puts it through to Lingard, and actually it might be a chance for them. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. First thing I've ever seen from Forest, and it's a goal. And was that a cross over the top? No, it was from slightly deeper. Marginally concerned by that. Just match engine-wise, just because it's a ball over the top, and they were notably problematic at the beginning of last year. Genuinely their first shot. We've had 17 shots in 36 minutes. Finally, we've got a goal. Gagliardini on debut. Unbelievable. We've had 17 shots. 20 now. Sorry, we've had 20 shots in 36 minutes. And the goal we get comes through a ricochet. Oh, look at the XG. Look at the XG. Harrison gets in the way of that, though. Christensen. Can we start matching our XG, please? That would be nice. Christensen still going. Plays it forward to Harrison. Their left back or left centre back a little slow to reaction there. Plattenhardt on the edge of the box. Can both debutants get a goal? No. And it's another shot on target. Just a 3 XG so far in the first half. 1-1. Start as you mean to go on, game. Start as you mean to go on. And that's straight through the middle. Brennan Johnson. Oh, Melio saved. At least you know he's capable of that now. I wasn't certain. Lingard on a corner. How about a corners for them so far? At least that one's been cleared. Corners and crosses were notably problematic in FM22, opponent-wise, largely because of an inability of defenders to head the ball. Worrell does recover, and that's the end of that highlight. 1-1. Just the 23 shots. I don't know what to say. I'm going to tell them I've got faith in them. Oh, Bamford is now completely injured. Great. Rodrigo. I mean, that's the life of a Leeds manager, I guess, is Bamford's available. Oh, Bamford's injured. Aronson's having an absolute shocker on debut. What I'm going to do is thus. Rocker for Aronson, Adams. Oh God, it's 77 minutes already. How the hell did that happen? Maybe Rocker himself then. No, actually, fresh legs are right back. Drame. How am I supposed to pronounce his name? Come on, lads. It's 1-1, and we've only had 3 shots this half at least, so that's calmed things down a bit. What a thrilling second half. Oh God, there's a highlight. Plattenhardt, free kick. Marvin. Take the damn thing. Marvin. There we go. It was building up to be a moment of magic. Well, I dare say this is how it feels to be an actual Leeds supporter. What a game, said the text. Didn't see any of the second half until the last highlight. I mean, I hope this isn't a symbol of things to come, because I don't think I can handle 3.5 XG to 0.5 and a 1-1 draw every game. Oh God, Man City won 5-0. Haaland scored a hat-trick on day 1. Of course he did. Really, game? I sign a left back and you injure it straight away. Okay, so we're about to play Wolves in the league and then we get Wolves in the Carabao Cup, because of course you do. Is the game immediately afterwards? Because that would make sense. No? Okay. Normally that's how that plays out. Of course, Wolves start without a manager as well. They've taken Postecoglou. Of course they have. I'm not going to say who's going to be relegated. That's a trap. Well, I'm not signing any more left backs because 3 should be enough. Hilariously, I've asked for an overseas affiliate and it's come back with the same one I got at the beginning of last time. MTK. MTK, please. And then when the time comes, we'll renegotiate to get them to send me players. Got a game in the system. Oh, the life of a Leeds manager. 5 injured players, 1 still just coming back to fitness, but has to be on the bench just by virtue of being available. I'll play in the second one just because that second half went rapidly against Forest. Melier continues in goal. Strike's going to have to fill in a left back. Koch and Sotalo. Christensen, the rest of it's the same. Rodrigo takes over from an injured Sinistera. Thankfully, Bamford was only 2 days. There better not be another 30 goal. Mind you, we are playing Jose Sarr. I was concerned we're about to have another high shot game with no goals. Is that different? The camera swoop as the players came out felt a little bit more dynamic, just because it moved. It's the little things. Anyway, Harrison's taking the corners in the absence of Plattenhardt. That doesn't get to a player. Harrison again. Hooks it to the back post where Gagliardini is. Is it bound to be 2 goals and 2? He'd be immediately be a fantasy football bargain. Strike gives it to Koch. I think it's meant to be pronounced that way, but I have avoided doing it so far. Gagliardini. Christensen, who's been booked along with Koch. That's terrible. Johnny. Kilman. Hoofed forward. And Sotalo kicks it into Jimenez. Always a bad move. And Guedes is completely free. He's at the post. He's offside. Panic over. Erling Haaland has already scored. That's an irritatingly accurate assessment of Erling Haaland. Harris has been booked. What are we doing? Why are we getting booked left, right and centre? Rocker. Forward to Rodrigo. Nice. That was kind of silky kind of skill move there. Rodrigo. Dinked forward. Bamford's in. Patrick. That was surprisingly deft from Patrick Bamford. Different VAR image. Or at least mixing things up. He's clearly onside. I don't know why that was even a question. But Bamford here. Coming over. You think he's going to smack it? No. Little head flick. Wrong fucks everyone in the process. 1-0 Leeds. And we're seeing it with the lines because why wouldn't we? I say it's Miles onside. I don't even know why there's a question. Just to note, he did run off with his hand up. So if that's the thing that's still going to continue, stay on feet. And we've had 3 bookings. Melier, forward to strike. At least he has kicked it to a left back or full back. I'll be paying attention to actually where deliveries are made. Strike. Plays it. Why is Sotalo there? Oh, maybe that's just the throw-in routine that's still been left over from previous games and versions of this strategy. Rocker. Gagliardini. There's Rodrigo. Lovely moves. The balls being played seem a bit more interesting pass-wise. Rodrigo. Hook to Harrison. Is he going to put it back in? No, he's going to go himself and score. That's Jack Harrison. Mugging people off, which he is prone to doing on occasion, but only on occasion in real life. I feel like Jack Harrison just has like really good games and then just goes missing for a couple. But there's a lovely goal from Harrison anyway. 2-0. The new manager bounce. Not quite working for Wolves here. That was a closer offside and I didn't even question it. Has Bamford been injured again? Or is he just slightly more tired than everyone else? How many shots have we had? 5. Apparently I'm delighted with that. You've hit the target with every shot so far. Oh, we missed one. As soon as I said that. Of course. Rocker. Finds Gagliardini. Rocker. Bamford. There's Harrison. It's still Harrison. He's kicked it into Nelson Semedo. Doesn't tend to work that, Jack. So he's smacked towards their player. Christensen's only just given it to Guedes instead, so not great clearance there. You can see what he was trying to do, but didn't do it well. Neves, back to Collins. There's Nelson Semedo now, who was a thorn in my side for Exeter. Against Exeter, I should say. Jimenez. Oh, he's onside, is Guedes here. They've recovered a little bit. Johnny now. Concerned. It's a cross. Gonna be a cross, probably. I'm going to be paying attention to crosses and corners for the opposition AI because they were incredibly potent at the beginning of last year's game and never really got nerfed fully. Anyway, they got nerfed slightly. At least Koch jumped, which is progress. Jimenez is notably quite good in the air, although, of course, shouldn't be any more. Yeah, 16 heading. It was always a strength, but of course the game doesn't necessarily track the injury that he had. Drama on for a tiring Christensen and booked Christensen, of course. Aaronson's having a better game, but not a fantastic game, and I can't, for some reason, make another substitution. There we are. Going to make the same switch I did last time, actually. I'm actually going to bring on Klitsch as well. All 3 subs now. Oh, Rocker just got booked, basically, as I made that substitution. I'd have taken him off. Haaland scored again. He's got at least 5 goals now in the first 2 games. Jimenez actually got the ball. Neto. Where are we going with this? Melee saves. Thank you. Ilian. Yeah. Had to think there for a second. They've made all 3 subs as well. Wait, there's more than 3 subs. There's 5 subs. Cooper for the booked Koch and I've run out of midfielders. Rodrigo can do that role, kind of. Yeah, Somerville on as well. Maybe I do need more midfielders. See it out. Well, there's the 3 points we should have got against Forest, and probably the draw that we did get against Forest. We've got the 4 points, just not in the order that we probably should have. Again, funny how things work out. Football Manager, in a nutshell, already. That's a top 4. Got 6 bookings in the end. Come on, Leeds. Calm down. As for the next video, of course, it'll just be after the transfer window closes, so probably Brighton, unless Manchester City happens after the deadline day, but Brighton and Aston Villa probably. I'll see you for that very soon. If you've enjoyed this episode, do give it a comment, do give it a like, do give it a subscription if you haven't done so already. Algorithms rule everything. I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.